Protest action in the south of Johannesburg has been suspended. Gauteng Human Settlements MEC is meanwhile expected to visit the protest hit areas. This follows a service delivery protests in Eldorado Park, Freedom Park, Lenasia and the Grasmere toll plaza. The recent unrest is linked to concerns including electricity, housing, free education and jobs. And for more on this, let us once again across live to our reporter Chriselda Lewis, who is there for us this morning. Chris, a very good morning to you. Were you able to discover if the meeting will indeed take place at that area this morning?
Well, Palesa, what we're hearing this morning is that there has been a meeting that has been scheduled with leaders of the areas that were affected by the protests yesterday. But what we're hearing now is that the meeting itself will not take place in this area but elsewhere in Johannesburg, and that's what's causing the bone of contention at this stage. A bit earlier on this morning, I spoke to some residents from Eldorado Park who are saying they're not going to accept an invitation from the Gauteng Human Settlements MEC that is scheduled to take place elsewhere. They want him to come and address residents in the affected communities, and essentially what they're saying is that if that does not happen, they will not attend that meeting with him. And the Freedom Park residents as well, who are also concerned about some of those issues that you raised, are saying that they will attend that meeting, and they're hoping to get some kind of way forward from the MEC relating to quite a number of issues, and particularly corruption, which they say has plagued the housing allocation system in this area. Let me join Thabang Makhele now, who is part of the leadership here in Freedom Park. Thabang, thank you very much for your time this morning. We do now know that the protests have been suspended pending this meeting with the MEC, but there seems to be some discontent and some division with community members. Some say they will not attend the meeting because the MEC will not be coming to this area. Any confirmation on this?
Good morning, Chriselda. Yes, that's true. We have received an invitation from the Gauteng Human Settlement, the MEC, Mr. Uhuru Milwa. Yes, there is that division. Some are saying yes, we should go and attend. Some are saying no. But however, since that we are leaders, we need to give our masses the correct direction, because at the end of the day, we want an amicable solution. We want that 48,000 stands to be allocated to the people. Hence, we will be meeting the MEC.
But some could argue, as the argument was made by residents from Eldorado Park earlier, that the problems that are being experienced are here on the ground. Why would you want to go and meet the MEC elsewhere instead of him perhaps coming to address the community here and to allay their fears of what they say is massive corruption, and they believe that government is not taking this seriously? You've also agreed that there is wide-scale corruption in this particular area relating to the allocation of houses.
That's true, Chriselda. In actual fact, we did indicate to the MEC that we would want him to come in person and address our people. But however, the MEC has requested that he meets with the leadership first. Then the following meeting, he will then meet with the entire Joburg South leaders and Soweto at large.
So now, just very quickly, we don't have much time, some of the key things that you will be taking to the MEC, and some of the residents saying if they don't get the desired answers from him as early as this afternoon or even tomorrow morning, they will revert to the streets.
Unfortunately, that's the mandate that we have received from our people, that we should come up with good news out of that meeting. When are our people going to be allocated to the promised 48,000 stands by the then MEC, Paul Mashatile, who is now the Treasurer General, and nothing else? We are not going to give them an ultimate date as to we are giving them 7 days. We want the answer today.
Thabang, I'm afraid we'll have to leave it there. I only had 3 minutes for that interview. Thank you very much for your time. Thabang there, Makhele, who is one of the leaders here in Freedom Park, who was saying they're looking forward to that meeting with the MEC. There's still some division, as I pointed out, from some of the residents here who were saying they want the MEC to come and address them here on the ground. Thabang saying that meeting will take place first with the leadership of the affected areas, and then a meeting with the community will be held. But I think one thing is certainly clear here is that these communities, the leaders as well as the ordinary community in this affected areas are saying they want answers now from the MEC of Human Settlements.
All right, thank you so much for that update. Our reporter Chriselda Lewis live from the south. We'll be keeping a very close eye, of course, on that particular issue and the meeting that's scheduled to take place